everyone needs to be psychologically evaluated. I need a mandatory mass psychological evaluation of everyone in the United States of America. The thing that I just found out about people is gross, is disgusting, and quite frankly, should get you arrested if you're one of these people. You're a risk. You're a risk to everyone. Clearly nobody thinks the same. You've got Florida man, and then you've got people that don't like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which, what's wrong with you? And then you have your third level of crazy, which is really dangerous. We're getting into dangerous territory here. You like cucumber flavored Gatorade. Who hurt you? Do you really like cucumber flavored Gatorade? Because if so, I'm sorry for you, and I'll pray for you. God rest your inner child. Here I'm talking about inner monologue though. We got to get specific. Okay, you know how you're able to talk about people behind their back in front of their face, within the confines of your own brain, right? Some people don't think. Hold on, I don't think you're hearing me. Some people don't think. I'm not talking about like, oh, they're stupid. No, some people don't think. They don't have the ability to actually like think. When they think, they don't think in words. So everyone doesn't have an inner monologue, right? You, me, us, normal people, we're thinking stuff all the time. When we're reading books, we're able to read it in our head, like in the voice of the character or in the voice of Joe Pesci, because why not? Talking to myself in my head has had its many uses for me, especially as a child. Had some crazy comebacks, boy. Turn around, slam the door real slow. Give her the business. In here though. She never knew about it. She never heard it. She didn't hear it, so it didn't happen. I am sorry, Mom. I love you. But then here's the issue now. Now I'm wondering what exactly does go on in your brain. You weirdos that aren't able to think, right? That aren't able to filter your actions before you do them. Is it just like nothing? Is it just like tumbleweed? Is there a TV show? Do you have like a soundtrack going in your head? This is what I was wondering before I did some surface level Googling to figure out the answer to this ridiculous issue. And apparently it's called aphantasia? Aphantasia? I don't even know if this word is English. It's probably Greek. It's probably Latin. I'll tell you this though. I'll tell you what I do know. It's weird because if you can't think, right? If you can't think, your mama probably can't think either. But no, I mean like really, scientifically, if you can't think, your parent probably couldn't think either. It's like a hereditary thing. So like, you're dumb, your mom's dumb, your grandma before her and her and her. It just rolls in the family, rolling along in this non-thinking boat together. That's what you do.
What the f***? Stop playing. What the f***? Stop playing. What the f*** is that?
Sweet home Alabama. While doing research, right, I had to stop because looking up how it works or doesn't work in this situation doesn't really help the cause. I had to look up and find like, how do people live with this? There's gotta be somebody out there that's like talked about it, right? Guess what? There's always somebody that's talked about it. I went to the one reputable site where you can get any information you could ever want on anything. I went to Reddit. Reddit has all your answers. Things that you didn't know you needed to know. Things that you just don't need to know. But in this situation, Reddit gave me exactly what I was looking for. So this Reddit thread on Aphantasia, which I think I'm saying it right, Aphantasia. Not anaphasia. Aphantasia. Asia. This Reddit thread on aphantasia, right? They got people asking the same questions that I'm wondering. Now all I have to do is go in, look at the replies, get my answers, get my content, get my dinero. Knowledge is money. With great money comes more Reddit threads. Indeed. So here's the one thing I have to say about the Reddit thread though. While I did get some interesting information, there was a lot of it that left me more confused than I already was, and I'm not really sure how that's even possible because I never understood this whole thing from the jump. So I'm kind of just gonna go through these with you. I haven't read them all. I've really only read like the first two comments to this, so you're gonna get like raw reactions to this and possibly digging ourselves down this rabbit hole together. So the first guy is asking, can you describe your creative mind without these things? Can you please elaborate more on the usage of concepts when referring to imagination in your personal experience? I'm very curious. First response, he says, imagine, get it because he can't think. Imagine playing in a sandbox. You have wooden posts, you have a box of sand, a Tonka truck, a plastic shovel, a plastic rake, and a bucket. Now think about playing in the sandbox, seeing the sand and the toys and having a good time. Now imagine closing your eyes and having to play with those toys blind without seeing them. Do you see what I'm saying now? Do you see how I was more confused after reading this? Because that doesn't even make sense. That didn't clear anything up. That didn't help at all. No. Now I'm really worried about you guys. What's going on? What's really going on? But don't worry. It gets worse. It's just like being in the sandbox with my eyes closed. I can't see what's in there, but I know it's there. I can feel it there. This is the part of my brain that is emotionally driven, as I have a type of physical sensory touch, but it's mental. So not with my skin, but the effect is very similar. My brain is hurting. I'm in pain. Now check this part out. He starts talking about how he's an artist, and when he was in college, you know, he can't really like think of concepts to draw. He developed a random idea generator. Programming a random idea generator, he programmed AI. He made ChatGPT. He made ChatGPT 1.0 because he couldn't really like think of the stuff. I'm not making fun of this person. I am just stating that I'm genuinely surprised. This is interestingly scary. All right, so this next comment, I kind of just wanted to pop this up here because it's hilarious. My brain functions like an Etch-a-Sketch. They get shaken the moment I wake up and everything just disintegrates. That's like when you're sleeping, right? That's not like while you're up and like moving around. How are you doing things live, you know? When you're in front of the camera and the lights are on and that red light comes on the camera and it's blinking, right? Quiet on set, please. Can he perform when he has money right in front of him? We got people here, you know, obviously saying how not being able to like really think or have voices going on in your head all day long is a gift, kind of peaceful. And you know what? I could see how that would be peaceful. You know, you're not like bashing yourself or like judging yourself before you go somewhere. I feel like our inner monologue is what attributes to a lot of our anxieties a lot of the time. I feel like most likely, or at least I hope, people that don't have an inner monologue don't have anxiety. I hope. I don't know if that's true. I'm not a psychologist. Yeah, but basically, just the more you go down this thread, it's more people talking about very similar experiences. Just they're in school or in class and they're not really imagining anything or anything like that. But then there's another side of the spectrum. There's people in this comment section on this subreddit that are genuinely just now finding out that they have no inner monologue, and it's jarring. Pray for them. Love them. So just like everything, I feel like there's just different levels to things. Like everybody's aphantasia clearly is not gonna be exactly the same. You've got people that visualize things. Sometimes you have people that there's nothing at all. It's just. But after I found this one site, right, and I read one line that made me give up on this whole entire journey. If I'm asked to do something I don't want to do, I just get kind of frustrated. But that's about it. I don't really think to myself, what do you mean? You're just frustrated. You're feeling upset, so you just feel it? Oh.
Brother,
That's gotta be the worst thing that I've read this entire time. You wanna tell me I'm not able to visualize what an apple looks like? Okay. You wanna tell me that I'm not allowed to give myself anxieties through the things that I'm talking about in my brain? That's fine. But I'll be darned if you tell me I have to just feel my emotions without thinking about them? Are you aware of how twisted that sounds? Intrusive thoughts galore. Or maybe not like literal intrusive thoughts because you can't think, but like, you know, when you get the feeling like you just want to push over a baby stroller, you're going to be walking around just stealing on babies. Because you just feel. And that's gross. Go to therapy.